Hello there guys, this is Winnick3 and we're doing another mod spotlight. So today we're going to do a mod spotlight on testificor mentula. This mod has been made by Spirit Bomb, so check out her channel. I'll put a link in the description, and if you struggle downloading this, I'll tell you what to do. So I'm going to start from the start and we'll go from there. Okay, so what we're going to need to make first is a bottle. It's pretty easy, it's just glass, bottle and that. So let's just quickly craft it up. One. We just will make 3 while I'm at it. There we go. And you might be thinking, what can I use this for? Well, you need to have these trap spirits and magic beans. Okay, so you're thinking, how do I get both of these resources? So what you need to do, and this sounds really crazy for a start, but you need to punch a villager with a diamond. And you can get these special villagers that look like this, and you can kill them normally. There we go. So we killed the villager, and then he spawns as this. Alright, now we have to kill this guy with a sword. There we go, and we got some magic beans. I already had some on me. Now this spawns a spirit. What you have to do, and this is normally what you have to do at the start, is kill it with a sword. Now there is a chance it won't drop what you need, but seeing that it's quite easy to do, you just as well try it. And it might anger it, so it might attack back. So let's just try and get it. There we go, it's angered. Now these things are deadly. Did we get anything? No, we didn't get anything. So you have I think there's a 50% chance of actually not getting it. Or is it 75? So let's just get another one. Okay, so we got that item this time. So we got a trapped spirit. Now this is what we're going to need. If I can get out of here. There we go. So, you know, you can find villages everywhere. So we're going to need this trap spirit to make this item that we need. And our bottle, and there we go. It's bottled spirit. Pretty easy to make. And also you can grow these magic beans as well. With just normal, it's like normal crops. So you can just bone meal them. There we go. Okay, so you're thinking, what can I do with this? Well, you can make an item called charged beans. So I'll make about 10 of these for now. And this bottle has a certain amount of charges. The item seems to have about 33 uses until it breaks. So I would recommend probably making a few of these. So you're thinking, what can I use this charged magic bean for? Well, there's loads of items you can use it for. Like literally tons. But what we're going to do is we're going to make some soul iron and soul diamonds and some other stuff like soul emeralds and soul gold. So let me just quickly get a few of these a minute. Okay, so now we have our soul emeralds and all that. You probably need about 20 of each, but I just grabbed a stack of them because obviously I'm in cheat mode and I'm not going to be doing it all off camera that much. So now we can make these things called soul ingots and gems. So the way you make a soul gem is like this. So you have some soul diamonds, 4 of them, some soul emeralds and charged magic beans. This is what the magic beans are for. And you can get 4 of these. So let me just quickly craft up this a minute. And magic beans. And we get 4 of these soul gems. So you might be thinking, what can I do with these soul gems? Alright, so you can make these soul ingots as well. And this is, you can have to use a soul gem for this. And this is what the soul iron and soul gold for is. So let's put one of those in. Soul gold, soul iron, and some charged. There we go, and we get 4 soul ingots for that. So that's actually quite cheap, really. Well, it's not cheap, but it's not extremely expensive. So, yeah. So you're thinking, well, I'm making all these things. What can they use for? Well, I'll tell you that in a minute because there's a list of items that you can make. So let's quickly make this soul fire. It's just 1 lava bucket and some spotted spirit. So let's just get a lava. Let's just get quite a few of these. And quickly craft these up. There we go. So we have about 6 soul fire for now. So what else are we going to need? We're going to need to make some condensers as well. So you need to make a condenser half. That's some soul ingots and a soul gem. Let's quickly make this. Soul gem. We're also going to need to make 2 of these. So like we say, we need to make some more soul gems. There we go. And 2 condenser jewel halves. So then you can put these 2 together to make 1 condenser jewel. There we go. And we're going to need this in a minute. So hold on to this because we're going to need this to make a lot of the other items. So now we're going to have these specific blocks. And they're all pretty much crafted the same. So we have the leather block, ink sac block, feather block, mushroom block, rotten flesh block, bone cluster. The bone cluster block is made with clusters of bones, by the way, so it's 4. So it's quite a lot of bones, but seeing that, you know, you always have spare bones, it really doesn't matter. So we got the fish block, pork block, wool block, golden sword block, and this is quite an interesting one actually, I thought it was quite cool. And then the last one is in the nether star block. And for some reason I didn't put the crafting in it, so I'll just show you now. There we go. So the way you make this is there's 2 ways of doing it. You can use the different type of blocks and that makes it. So if you had loads of resources you could go for it, or if you had a nether star and you're going to need to get this anyway, you need to make some nether star dust, and it's quite easy. 1 nether star equals 32 dust. So I would probably just go for the nether star way, seeing that we're going to need it anyway in the future. So we could probably, if we're looking around here, we can see that there's different types of things that we could use these blocks for. Okay, so we got the resistance charge, and this gives you 20% less damage. So let's look at the recipe for that. So we need some leather blocks, that's 4 of those, some charged magic beans, and a condenser. So we just made this item, didn't we? Condenser jewel. So let's have a look at the condenser. And this is made by 4 soul ingots and 4 soul fires. So this is why we needed to make our soul fires. And we got our ingots. Let's quickly craft up that a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think this is how you make it. There we go, in condenser. And we're probably only going to need 1 for now. So we're going to also need some charged magic beans and some leather blocks. But we're pretty low on the spirit balls, so I'm just going to grab one out of here for now, just as an example. But if you get low on your bottle, then you just have to do the whole kill a villager with a diamond and all that. But this is tutorial, so I'm just showing you what to do. Okay, so now, so 4 slime, and you can find slime in the open caves below level 40, if you didn't know that. And whoop, there we go. There's our leather block. Put the condenser in the middle, actually. Yeah, but condenser in the middle, blocks, and we're going to use our charged, because I just got these quickly. And there's the resistance charge. Okay. So it pretty much explains itself. This item does. So you can use it, and the way you use it is, it's like an item that you eat. So you right click to eat, and then we notice these little squiggly lines, and that's given us a resistance. So resistance is basically 20% less damage. So if someone attacked me, I would take 20% less than I normally would take damage wise. That's pretty good. And we notice that we get our condenser back as well. So we can just keep on crafting these things. So we could just give ourselves all of these really good debuffs, and I'm just going to show you all of them really quickly. Okay, so let's check out these items. So the first one we have is the ink swimming charge. This is made with ink sac blocks, and they're all pretty much the same, the way they're crafted. So they're not too hard to make. Just a bit of kerfuffle with the charged magic beans, I find. But once you've got a farm going, you'll be fine. So let's see. So it's giving you water breathing and night vision. So let's test it out. Yep, and this is unlimited pretty much. So let's just go underwater and we can see everything, can't we, guys? It's pretty cool, isn't it? We are the squid among them. Okay, next one is the jump charge. So it gives us jump boost, apparently. Well, that's pretty high. So let's see. Can it jump 5 blocks? There we go. Oh, that is so handy. So these all stack up as well. So we can use every single one of these. So we've got the hunger charge. And this just restores our hunger. So we can see that our hunger bar is about less than halfway. So if we eat this, it restores it straight away. And it does it for like, I don't know, it does it for a while. Probably, let's just say like an hour or so. It would just keep your hunger up. I haven't actually tested it because waiting would be really boring. So now we got the strength charge and it gives us 130% melee attack increase. Let's see if it works. Let's see if we can kill a villager in like 2 hits. Alright, villager. 1. Oh wow, it killed it in 1 hit. So it must have done about 8 to 9 or nearly 10 damage or so. That is a really powerful one, that is. Now we got the health charge. It gives us instant health. Obviously, I can't really show you. But it's like literally, it goes on for 3 seconds and it's done. And we got loads of condensers now because we've just used up these spawned ones. Alright, so now we got the speed charge. It gives us 40% speed increase and it's speed 2, I think. There we go, speed 2. Look at that. God, we're fast. Nothing could catch us now. Time set. There we go. And then we got the regen charge. So it's just like a normal regen potion, but I think it's just more quicker. Like I did take my health down to like literally down to 1 and then used it and it just regenerated it so quickly. Now we got the sight charge and this gives us invisibility. But remember that you've still got your armor showing. So if you take off all your armor, then they won't be able to see you. And if you hit a mob, then they will know where you are. So as long as you don't like touch the mob. And then last off we got the fire charge. So let's see what this does. And it gives us fire resistance. So let's test out this. Let's test out the fire resistance. Jump in? Yeah, sure. So it's not doing any damage. I don't think it's even affecting our armor. That's pretty good. There we go. I'll bucket that up. And let's take off these things. Just use milk to take off the debuffs. I do quite like having all these things, but you know, we have to take them off. But with all that, we were basically indestructible nearly. If anyone came up to us, we could just destroy them straight away. Okay, and then we have this uncharged Omega charge. This is quite an expensive thing to make. So the first thing you have to make is this, and it's the Mega Condenser. It's just basically the same as the normal condenser. It's basically using some half joules and then the charge joules that we just made. We made all these things. So you need up to about 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you need 8 of these condenser joules altogether. And these are made like this. So it's very expensive. Then we need our Nether Star thing. So at this point you probably could make this, because if you went to the Nether and you had all of these debuffs on and you had a few like, you know, regen charge with you and everything, you could probably go to the Nether and take down the Wither so easily. So I'll show you how easy it is at the end of the episode, how to kill the Wither. Also, it has a 50% chance of giving you a bad effect if you eat it. Now, I recommend you not to eat it, but I'll show you what it does. So, Omega. prepare yourself because this is very dangerous. And do I have my game mode on? So I'm gonna eat a bit. There we go. We get loads of debuffs. Game mode 1 because I'm gonna die any second. Got poison 4, wither 2, and nausea 4. And I think we get other ones. So sorry about this, guys, that the screen's so fingerbob. But it should go in a minute, this nausea. There we go. Okay, so don't eat these things. And when we do eat it, we get our mega condensers back. So it's not too bad. But the problem is you have to make the Nether Star blocks again. Okay, so what we have now is the Nether Star dust. The way you make that is just a normal Nether Star. And you get 32 like I just showed you. And then you put 2 of the Nether Star dust next to the condenser jewel. You know how to make those. It's just condenser halves. And then it's soul ingots and soul gem. And that's how you make the charged condenser jewel. We're going to need to have this ready for some of our this thing that we're going to be making. So I'll show you how to make it, but I'm just going to explain what it does. So basically, this thing makes your omega, if I can just go back into game mode 0 again, makes your uncharged omega into a charged omega, and it can make these ingots that you're going to need, and these are the charged soul ingots, and I'll show you how to make them, but there isn't any way of crafting them, so you have to have this altar to make them, and these used to make these 2 items, and I'll show you that in a minute. So this thing looks pretty complicated, but it's not too hard. There we go. So first block we're going to need is some iron blocks. These soul iron blocks are pretty easy to make. You just have to, well actually I say they're pretty easy to make, they're not, but seeing that soul iron isn't too hard to make, it's just you have to have the right materials. And we're going to need exactly 32 of these iron blocks, so it's a lot of very expensive stuff to make this. Yeah, you're going to be mining for days. So you put these in a fashion like this, and then you get your soul sand. So you should have already had it because you probably went and killed the wither anyway. So you have 8 of the soul sand. Then we get blocks of coal on these corners, and we get some nether brick on these corners, and then in the middle we put in this soul diamond block, and that's just basically soul diamonds, and you can make them this way. So yeah, it's very expensive, but seeing that it's so OP, it has to be really. There we go. So we made the first floor. The second floor is quite easy. Just put iron down, and you put 1 glass, and you do the same for this floor as well, the second one. And then the third floor, you have to put this thing called the Nether Star block. We've used it already, and you know how to make it. So let's put this down, and we'll put 4 of these around again. Oh, I didn't see that. Oh well. Let's see if it actually doesn't work if you have a block next to it. We're accidentally destroying our house a bit. Should be fine though. Well, let's hope. And these corners. I'm just going to get myself something a minute. A jump boost charge. This should help incredibly. So you're going to need a jump boost charge anyway to make this model faster than anyone. And then we're going to need some obsidian on each corner instead of iron this time. There we go. And if you don't place these right, they're a bastard to mine up. I did that a few times. And then we put glass on each corner. And then put some iron in the middle of these. There we go. So this looks very expensive. If you're making this on survival, you'll probably give up halfway. Let's hope not though. And now we're making the next floor, so it's glass with iron bars around the sides. We're in the middle, and we have some, let's see here, we have some glowstone and what looks like another diamond block. There we go. So we put our second diamond block down, and then we get our glowstone out. Put it around the sides. There we go, put some iron around. And final touches, let's put our emerald block on the top. Let's put the time again. So this looks about the same. I'm trying to see if there's anything that I've missed. For some reason I have some iron ingot blocks. I don't even know. Maybe it's 28 you have to have. I might have miscounted a bit. Okay, so this looks like it's working. So like I said, you're going to need to make the charged omega thing. So let's just say that we've already made it. And we've got the uncharged one, and we want to make the omega charged. What we have to do is left click on the actual thing, and then it makes it. There is a chance of it not working, but it has worked this time. So this is pretty handy. I don't think there's actually exactly an item that you can use it for now, because the mod hasn't got anything, but for now I'm just showing you how to make it, and hopefully I can do an update when the mod has been updated. And also we got some soul ingots. Okay, so when you're doing these soul ingots, remember that you can only do one at once, or else the thing won't work. You can't do stacks or multiples. So just click normally, and let's put another one. We're probably going to need about 8 of these. 1. Let's just make 4 for now. So that's the only way you can make them. It's pretty cool, isn't it? There we go. So now, once we've made that, I'm going to show you how to make the wands, but we're first going to have to make the mahogany stick. So the way you get mahogany is by getting some oak wood in normal Minecraft and using your bottled spirit. So let's just get some oak wood. There we go. And we'll just get like, I don't know, as much as we can. There we go, that'll do. And then what we have to do with this mahogany is make mahogany planks. And it's just basically like normal wood, so we can make 8 from it though, so that's pretty good. And then the next thing we can do is we can make it into fancy mahogany planks. It's just for building really. You can still make the stick, but what we're going to do is just make the normal stick, and that's just like that. And we'll make 2 of those actually, because we'll probably need it. And this is what the wood looks like in a house. Here's the glass in the mod. That's some pink, and that's the magenta. Doesn't look bad, this house. That's the logs as well. Like for a first mod, I think this is her first mod, and seeing that she's done it in 2 weeks, it's pretty good, I think. So you can see that this is the fancy stuff, and then that's the normal one. It's not much of a difference, but the colour makes a lot of difference. Okay, so now you're thinking, what can I do with this stick and these really awesome charged soul ingots? Well, basically you can use this to make this make the soul rod. So let's make 2 of these, because we're probably going to need that. So obviously we don't have enough of the charged stuff. Let's just spawn in some. They're not too hard to make, I just couldn't be bothered. And we're going to need some of this soul fire. Where is it? There we go. And we have our 2 sticks. Hopefully. 2 soul rods. So we made the soul rods. Now what we need to do is put some soul fire around them. And we're using a lot of soul fire. And as if for reminders, it's just a lava bucket and some of your soul jars. So it's not too expensive. We've got 2 of those. And then next we have to make the soul trapper bottom. It's pretty easy. It's just like an ore stick. So you just go like that. And we got the bottom. And then we got the soul trapper head. And that's some of this soul gem and soul fire and some soul charged. Let's quickly make up that soul gem. There we go. Oh, stuff just disappeared. And there is our soul trapper. So I think this was supposed to be like this. You could make it, but it doesn't seem to be working. So there isn't any way of crafting this item for now. Probably a bug, but the item looks like this. There we go, the soul trapper. Looks pretty cool. Just show you what it looks like in my hand. It's like a little babby wand. So if you kill, there we go. And they normally drop the seeds, and then we kill the thing with this. It won't get angry, and there's a 100% chance that it will drop this item, and that is the trap spirit, because last time we tried to get it and we didn't. So this is a good item. That means that we can just get this every time. Okay, so we have this, and we have all the things that we need, but we want to have this place looking nice. We can get these things called soul lamps, and it has a light radius of 6, by the way. So it's just soul emeralds and some soul fire, pretty easy to make. You can make different colours by using different stained clay with a bottle spirit, and it's just the same as that one Oh, actually it's different crafted. It's actually more expensive. And then we got one last thing, and that's the whip. I don't know why she added this item, probably in the future, but it just gives you a bit of hunger. I think it restores about 1.5. So that's not bad. And the last thing I'm going to do is show you how fast you can kill a wither with all of these debuffs. Okay, so we're going to go against the wither. We've just boxed the bastard in. And we've got all of our effects on. We're invisible, and I don't think he even knows we're here. Alright, ready? Let's go. Did you see that, guys? That literally took me about 7 hits to kill that thing. Okay guys, I've been Winnick3, and we've been doing a mod spotlight on testificor mentula. Please support Spirit Bomb. She's really put a lot of work into this mod, and I really am looking forward to the next update, because I actually had a lot of fun playing with this mod. And if you really enjoyed this mod spotlight, then please subscribe to my channel to see more mod spotlights like these, and I'll see you next time.